Hi, this is Ogres, and this video review is on WWE NXT Takeover New York, which took place on April 5th, 2019, just before WrestleMania 35, which was the night after. And today's recording date is September 28th, 2021. I just uploaded the Raw is War After Unforgiven video before, so that should be on my YouTube channel now. But yeah, one sec. I finished watching NXT Takeover New York again. I think this is the second time I've watched it now, which was back on September 25th. September 25th. So that was 3 days ago is when I watched it. That was the day that my WWE Network subscription ran out, so I won't be able to review any new stuff like NXT 2.0 or the Extreme Rules pay-per-view until I've resubscribed to the WWE Network, which will be on October 2nd. 1 second. That's really bad. Nose thing. Here we go. So yeah, I'll start reviewing the NXT 2.0 shows again, and then Extreme Rules once I resubscribe to my WWE Network account. Yeah, I was supposed to do NXT 2.0 last week, but I was catching up on the other reviews that I missed in recent days, weeks. So yeah, onto the review itself. So this takeover took place obviously from New York, I think it was. I mean, it's in the title, so let me just see if I've got it. Okay, it took place from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So there you go. So it took place from the Barclays Center. So I believe that's where NXT Takeover Brooklyn, the first one, and then Brooklyn 2, 3, and 4 all took place from. So that was from 2015 to 2018. Those ones I haven't reviewed on my channel yet. I probably will do NXT Takeover Brooklyn, the first one, because that just passed the 60th anniversary, so I'll do that most likely later in the week. But let's get into NXT Takeover New York itself. The first match on this takeover was Ricochet and Aleister Black challenging the War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Ricochet and Aleister Black, I believe they just recently won the NXT Tag Team Dusty Cup before this. So they had the right to challenge for the NXT Tag Team titles. And I think they would go to the main roster after this, from what I remember, yeah. Just before or after this. And I think they had a Raw Tag Team title match opportunity at WrestleMania 35 the night after, from what I remember. But the War Raiders would end up winning by pinfall and retain the NXT Tag Team titles. It was a hot match. It was the opening match. And then match number 2 was Riddle versus Velveteen Dream for the NXT North American title. Dream was the NXT North American champion at this point. I believe he beat Johnny... Was it Johnny Gargano he beat for the North American title, from what I remember? Who did he beat? Hang on, I'm very curious about this. I guess to know. Who did Bell beat in 2019? That's right, yeah. I was right. It was on February 20th, 2019. He was 23 at the time. But he was a very controversial figure. It started like at the start of at the start of the pandemic, which was April 2020. So no one's accepted bookings from him since he was released. Was it back in May this year, from what I remember? Yeah. Anyway, he retained his North American title by pinfall, so he's still the North American champion, but whatever. And then there was a show of respect at the end, like with the fist bump. Riddle got the fist bump at the end. Then there's a promo. Kushida officially signs with NXT. So yeah, this is around the time the Kushida came into NXT, and he was featured on NXT until recently. Yeah, no spoilers about the whether he's the Cruiserweight champion or not at this point. NXT Cruiserweight champion. I need to do the most recent NXT 2.0 from the previous week. Again, I won't be able to do that until this weekend. So, yeah. And then the NXT 2.0, yeah, that episode will be airing tomorrow. No, it will be airing on the 30th, but yeah, I'm gonna do 2 NXT 2.0 episodes this weekend. So, back to this NXT Takeover from New York. The third match was, I believe this is the second time I've watched this since it aired. It was Walter, who wasn't in his long reigning 850 or 860 day reign as the UK champion yet, challenging Pete Dunne, who was, I believe, at 850 or 60 day. No, sorry, I got that wrong. He was at he was approaching 2 years, so he was 680 days at this point as the WWE UK champion. It wasn't NXT yet; it was called the WWE UK Championship still at this point. But Walter ended up winning by pinfall after a hard back and forth match. This I would give probably a 5 out of 5 stars. This was a hard hitting match. The previous one 4 out of 5. The first one about a 4 out of 5. So this one was a 5-star match. The WWE UK Championship. So Walter at this point became the new WWE UK champion, or as it's known now, the NXT UK champion. And then the semi-main event, match number 4 in this takeover, was Kairi Sane. Excuse me. Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair. I think Belair was fairly new to NXT at this point, or she had been around, I think, for months at this point. Versus Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler, who's the defending NXT Women's Champion, in a fatal 4-way match. Baszler was at a huge disadvantage with 3 other challengers who did not like her. Zayn and Shirai were friends in the match. They break up each other's pinfalls, which kind of created a division there. But Shayna Baszler ended up winning by submission by making Bianca Belair tap out with the Kirifuda Clutch, I believe it's called. The Kirifuda Clutch. So she won by submission and retained her NXT Women's Championship. This match I thought was a solid 4 out of 5 stars. As far as the grading, let's see what we have here online. The first match I would have I'll get back to that at the end of the match, end of the review, I mean. Yeah, I would have given that an A as well, there you go. Now let's get to this last match. The 5th match, it was Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the vacant NXT Championship. Tommaso Ciampa was the reigning NXT champion before this, but he had to relinquish it because of a really serious neck injury that he had to get surgery for. So yeah, this one I need to rewatch, but based off what I got here, the first fall was Cole winning by pinfall, I think in a regular match. The second fall was either a regular match or street fight, I forget. But Gargano won by submission, and I think the third fall was a no DQ match, but I don't have it here in front of me. Let me just have a look. Take over. Let's just go for the Wikipedia version because I don't have time. Alright, let's see. Main event. No, I think it was a normal 2 out of 3 falls match from what I got here. Oh, you know what? Nah, I still think the opening match is 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not a Meltzer fan yet, screw him, but apparently he gave the last match 5 out of 5, 5.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, the third fall was Gargano winning by submission despite the interference by the other Undisputed Era members. Cole, I guess, pushed him into the referee, so that's why it wasn't a no DQ match. But yeah, Gargano won 2 falls to 1. So he's the winner and became the new NXT champion. Yay! His wife Candice LeRae came out to celebrate with him, and then surprisingly, came out to celebrate with him. And then surprisingly, his former rival Tommaso Ciampa came out to hug him at the end, which is a surprise. They had been feuding before he had to go have neck surgery. So I guess that puts the rest of their main rivalry on in NXT. So yeah, that's how that ended. I would actually give, for the first time ever, I would give that 6 out of 5 stars. Because that, from what I remember, it was an awesome match, but I need to go back and rewatch it. It will probably be a 5-star match, kind of like what was the Walter versus Pete Dunne match. So yeah, so this show had 2 5-star or more ratings. Wow, this must have been a really excellent takeover at the time. But yeah, so that's it for that video review. I'll try to find the intro to the NXT Takeover on YouTube for this NXT Takeover New York on YouTube, and then I'll put the results in the comment section below. So let me know what you thought about the video review in the comment section below. Like my video and subscribe to my channel. So yeah, my next video review will be most likely on, what have we got? I think I've knocked out everything I had scheduled. What should I review next, guys? Should I do an NXT UK episode? I did watch that 2 weeks ago. You know what? I'll have a think about it. So yeah, I'm going to go back and watch the NXT Takeover, I think Phoenix it was, from January 2019. I may, once I get resubscribed to the WWE Network, of course. I am going to watch a NXT UK Takeover because I haven't watched one before. So I'll start with the first one from 2019. So yeah, that's it for this video review. So yeah, this has been Ogres. Peace out.